Have you ever felt like just as you're trying to finally stay positive and improve your life, everything just suddenly starts falling apart? But what most people don't understand is that the chaos that you're going through right now might not be a block, it might actually be a test. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to recognize the universe is testing you and how to navigate through it and to finally receive that breakthrough you've been calling in. And if you're thinking to yourself, I've heard this all before, I get that. And that's why this video is different, because if you don't fully understand this one phase, you might quit right before everything you've been asking for arrives. So let's start with what most people don't realize. Right before you experience a shift in your life, it does usually get harder. You might feel emotionally drained, or you feel disconnected from your desires or your goals in life, and you might be under financial strain, or it just could be that you're completely stuck in your own mind. But that doesn't mean you're failing. It often means that you're actually close to something really big. And if I told you that the moment your life feels most uncomfortable, that's often the exact moment you're closest to receiving everything you've been asking for. And most people don't realize that, and they just end up giving up right before their desires and goals land. So what usually happens is you start improving your habits, you set intentions, you visualize a better life, and then suddenly, bang, you're all of a sudden completely stressed out. Bills turn up and arguments come out of nowhere, and you feel that life is trying to punish you for wanting to do better. But what if that chaos wasn't assigned to stop, but rather the exact moment you're closest to change? You see, change usually feels like pressure before it feels like progress. And when life starts testing your patience or your mindset or your decisions, it can become really overwhelming. But think about it, just like muscles get sore before they grow stronger, your life can feel messy before it gets better. So then you may ask, how do you know whether the struggles you're facing is a test and not just bad luck? Because once you spot them, you'll stop second guessing and start trusting what's really going on. Because there are 3 incredibly common signs that show up right before your manifestation lands. And most people misread them, and spotting even just one of these could mean you're so much closer than you think. You might start thinking to yourself that you're regressing, like you're doing all the right things, but all the wrong things keep showing up. Those unexpected bills, or something completely goes against you. And then you start to doubt yourself, saying it's like it's not meant for me, or it's a block, or I'm not doing it correctly. But it's not a block, it's a test. The universe is testing to see whether you've actually changed. And you don't need to fear this, you just need to use it as a chance to respond with the version of you that's already achieved what it is you desire. So now you can recognize the signs of a test. What can you actually do when you know you're in one? Let's talk about how we can navigate through that now. Knowing you're in a test is one thing, but responding like the version of you who's already passed it, that's the key part that unblocks the breakthrough. Now, it's really easy to start spiraling right before a breakthrough or a shift in your life, especially if you start getting loads of unexpected bills, or you're waiting for that opportunity and no one's getting back. And your nervous system might go haywire, and you're caught between, do I keep trusting, or do I start panicking or start scrambling again? And that is the key moment. And when I think about my own life and reflect back to when I've spiraled, I can see 100% why that happened. And of course, things happen for reasons. So when you pause and reconnect to the deeper reason behind your desire, even just for 30 seconds, you're shifting your frequency. When you ask, what is the challenge trying to teach me? You take back your power. You're no longer seeing the delay or challenge as a punishment or a failure, but as feedback for alignment. And that shift raises your vibration instantly. When you embody the version of you who already has it, your reality begins to shift. But there's one more thing, the most important piece, because even when you're doing all the right things, there's still one thought that can sabotage everything. And this is where everything comes together, because the biggest mistake people make is not that they don't try, it's just they don't realize that they're already in that breakthrough moment, and then they just walk away. You've done the mindset work, you've stayed consistent, and you've let go of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. But right now, things feel really wobbly, and you're starting to question whether it was all in your head. And you're tempted to just be realistic and go back to what's safe. And this is the exact moment where most people give up. So let me say this clearly. If you're feeling stretched, but you're still holding your vision, you're right there. That test isn't here to punish you. It's proof that you're shifting, you're evolving, and now life is about to catch up. If this video found you at the right time, trust that, and drop a comment telling me what test you're in right now, because I read every single one and I love to support you through it. See you next time. Thank you.